Good morning, class 5. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are all doing well and happy, safe, and sound. Eating well, sleeping well as taking care of yourselves, taking care of your parents. So, you are also grown ups now. You should take care of something at home also. Do your own job, be dependent, lead a disciplined life, have some physical activity, grow into a routine work, start learning things now, doing things yourself, like arranging your bed, arranging your books properly, getting your shelves ready, make your routines, help your mother in some work, help your dad in some work when he's at home. Try to get into something, you start learning things. In 4 months now, 4 or 5 months have passed during this pandemic. So, anyways, we are back to the temperate zone. I had given you a basic information about the temperate zone and grasslands, the different grasslands. I had told you the prairies in the North America, the steppes in Russia, the pampas in South America, the veld in South Africa, and the downs in Australia. They are the grasslands where grass grows. So we'll come to know about the human life and animal life as well as the climate and plant life. Like I can give you a different temperate zone information, but we have to go with the areas which have been given in the book. So the temperate zone, we are on page 42. The temperate zone lies in the temperate region which is neither too cold nor too hot. This region is located away from the equator between the Tropic of Cancer 23.5 degree north and the Arctic Circle 66.5 degree north. That space from 66 degree till 23.5 is the temperate zone. In northern hemisphere, the Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn 23.5 and the Antarctic Circle 66.5 is in southern hemisphere. These regions are known as their grasslands. Trees and high mountains are hardly seen here. These grasslands are known by different names in the different countries. The prairies in the North America, the steppes in Russia, the pampas in South America, the veld in South Africa, the downs in Australia. They don't have trees or high mountains. They are only grasslands. You can see the picture of pampas and the alfalfa grass. So these are the type of grasslands which grow in these areas. So the grasslands of the northern hemisphere are different from those of the southern hemisphere. While they have to be different, they are different zones. While in the northern hemisphere, the grasslands are far more extensive. In the southern hemisphere, due to the narrowness of the temperate portion, the grasslands are rather restricted. You can see it in the picture also. Towards the top part in the northern side, grasslands are more, and towards the southern part, the temperate grasslands are lesser because of the lower, it becomes narrow. Temperature goes down. The grasslands of the northern hemisphere, that is the prairies and the steppes, lie in a higher altitude, and compared to the ones in the southern hemisphere, pampas, the veld and the downs, they are in a lower altitude, they are at higher, they are much more higher up. You can see it. The climate, the grasslands of the northern and southern hemisphere experience different climates. In the northern hemisphere, the grasslands are found in the interior of the continents. These areas are very hot in summer and very cold in winter. This is known as the continental type of climate. Sometimes hot winds called Chinook, which blow in spring over the prairies, help to melt the snow and makes grazing possible. So when the snow melts, the water starts rolling in, the water comes in, plants start growing, animals can graze and eat on it. But in the southern hemisphere, you can see in the picture also, on the figure you will see the grasslands are interior, inside the part. They are far away from the sea and they are inside towards the land, inside part. In the southern hemisphere, the temperate grassland zones are located near the coast. See the pictures here of the down, the veld and the prairies, that just next to the coast, next to the sea. As a result, here the climate is moderate. This means that it's neither hot nor cold. Okay. Also in the winter months, the sea has a moderating influence on the climate. The climate is very pleasant throughout the year. It is not very hot, not very cold. Even during the winter, it does not get too much cold. What is the plant life in these areas? That we went to the climate. The plant life. Temperate grasslands generally are treeless. Trees can only be found in areas where there is rainfall or which are close to water bodies. Trees are also sometimes planted around the wheat farms by farmers. Since the grasslands vary in character from place to place, there is more rainfall in the prairies of North America. The grasses are tall. I'll explain that again. Temperate grasslands generally are treeless. They don't have trees. Grasslands. Trees can only be found in areas where there is rainfall or which are close to water bodies. Here there is no water bodies nor there is too much rain. Temperate zone, I had told you, there is very less rain. The grassland vary in character from place to place. Since trees are only planted by farmers around the grasslands, around their farming, the wheat farms, trees they plant for shade. Since there is more rainfall in the prairies of North America, if we go to prairies in the North America, see here, Brazil, the grasses are tall. In the steppes, where there is less rainfall due to influence of continental climate, grasses are short. The steppes are in Russia. The appearance of grassland changes from season to season. In spring, while the grass is fresh green, in summer it turns brown. By autumn it turns dry, and by winter it finally dies. But the roots remain buried in the snow and again grow in spring when the ice melts or the snow melts, again they start growing. Alfalfa is the most common grass here and is fed to cattle. It grows very quickly, the alfalfa grass in this temperate zone of North America. Okay. Chinook winds are so named because they come from the land of Chinook, Native Americans, which lies to the west of the Rocky Mountains. I'll come back in the next video.